Hi, this is Chandra with superhappyscrapper.blogspot.com, and I'm here to show a little purse mini album that is simple to make and it'll store a lot of pictures. The covers are made with coasters, just the 4x4 coasters, and the inserts are just baseball card holders. I used to make these for craft fairs that I did, put ribbon on them, and then you can just throw them in your purse. So I'm just going to show you how to make these. Like I said, very simple. Um, and then you can use double-sided paper on the inside. These are just older pictures of my kids, or younger pictures of my kids. And you can put one on there, and then you can actually make a little scrapbook page. You can put a big one on there. There's one in here that I have two of the small ones. You know how you always get those school pictures and they have the wallet size and they have the smaller size, and it's like, really, who uses the smaller size? And they send you more of those than they do of the actual wallets. So for me, this was a way to make the smaller sizes usable, and you can still make a little scrapbook page. These are perfect for the in-laws and the mothers and the grandparents and stuff, so they can just throw it in their purse. So you're going to start off with 2 pieces of the 4x4 coasters, or you can use chipboard, and I'm just going to cut this down. I think the measurements, I forgot, 3x4, I think. Yep, 3x4. Since it's 4 inches tall already, I'm just going to cut it 3.5, and the cutter's only going to kind of go through one layer of this. So I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to use my X-Acto knife to finish cutting it. So I'm just cutting a 1/2 inch off each side so that I can cut off the rounded edges, because I don't want the rounded edges on there. So I'm going to use my X-Acto knife just to cut through the rest of the coaster here. And I'm going to do that on both coasters. And then I'm just going to cover the front with some paper. I was making a mini album. This paper is the Heidi Grace Designs, and it's the Sun Showers, and I got it at Joann. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit larger, like 4 1/4, so that I make sure. And I'm just going to use my ATG gun to apply tape to the coaster. I'm trying to get as close to the edges as I can, and a lot of it in the middle. I am going to try to cover this with clear contact paper, so I'm going to cover one side at a time, and then wrap the clear contact paper around the front of it, because that's the side that's going to get banged up if you do put it in your purse. So first I'm going to cover the front of the chipboard piece, or the coaster piece, and then I'm going to take some, it's just the clear contact paper, and I'm going to put it on there, and I'm just going to cut around it. So that I can fold it in there, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to peel the contact paper back, maybe. Almost got it. There we go. And I'm going to put it on there with the sticky side down on my cover. First, though, I'm going to cover the edges. I don't want the clear, not the clear, I don't want the white part of the coaster showing, so I'm just using Tim Holtz Distress Stain to dye the sides here. And I'm just going to do all 4 sides. And it's okay if it gets on the front a little bit. And if you want to put a sticker or an embellishment or something like that onto the front, I would do it now. excuse me, so that it doesn't come off in your purse. I do have sticker elements that I purchased with the pack, so I'm going to try that on here. I'm going to use a You Are My Sunshine just because I'm putting pictures of my kids in there. So now I'm going to take the clear contact paper and put it over the top, and I'm going to use my bone folder. Maybe not. Maybe I'll use my fingers just to kind of press out the air bubbles. This is a little bit thick here because it's 2 layers of chipboard there, but we'll make it work. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to wrap like you do any other journal. So I'm going to cut the corners here of the contact paper off so that I can wrap it around. Again, you want to leave a little bit of space in between there so that it does wrap your corner. Oh, I'm getting stuck here. And that way it doesn't fray or the paper doesn't peel. I'm going to get a good crease here. I'm going to fold it down like that. And I'm going to do the other side same way. And the top and the bottom as well. So now when I stick this in my purse, it's not going to get all the paper. Like on this one, it'll peel up eventually over time the more you throw it in there. So now I'll just use this, just making sure that the contact paper is sticking to the paper and the coaster like that. I am going to be using these inserts on my album that I'm making, so I'm just going to use the old one for a template on where to poke my holes at. And I'm using the Crop-A-Dile, and I hate that it doesn't come out of there. It needs to poke all the way through. And I'm just making sure that I line it up. And there we go. So I'm got my cover, so now I need to do the back. And I'm going to use the opposite of the one I just did. Now, since this is sticky here, I'm going to use score tape. And I'm going to apply it as close to the edge as I can so that the inside paper, which isn't going to get as much abuse anyway. I don't think on the inside it gets abuse. It's the cover that will get all the wear and tear. So I'm just pressing that down. And I'm going to use some ATG because I do want this paper to be stuck everywhere. Use my trimmer here to peel off the tape backing of the score tape. And make sure there's no score tape sticking out anywhere. And I'm going to put, I want the other side shown. How do I want those? So I'm just going to lay it on there like that. And then I'm going to give it a good burnishing here so all the tape sticks everywhere. Now, you want to be careful when you're cutting that you don't cut off too close to the edge and slice into the contact paper that you just put in there. Whoops, I'm crooked here. So, again, there we go. And so there's the cover. And I didn't want to get too close with my X-Acto knife, so I'm going back in with my scissors here. And then I'm going to re-poke the hole. Now for the inserts, they're just baseball card holders, and I cut sheets of cardstock that are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and that's what I used, and I just stuck a double-sided paper in there. I mean, you can embellish them a little bit, not too much. You can embellish them with paper shapes or, you know, cut out of the paper accents there. So there's the cover. So you're just going to do the back the exact same way. Use your rings. Where is my back? There it is. Use your binder rings, and you can attach some ribbon on there. Just tie it very tight so it doesn't keep on coming off, and you have a perfect little purse mini album to display all your little pictures that you want. Thanks for watching. Bye.